Hey, friends and family. We're doing it again. This time it's green chilies. Got some nice Hatch, New Mexico green chili, which is a completely unique variety of chili. It's not a jalapeno. It's not a green pepper. It's a New Mex, N-U-M-E-X, developed by New Mexico State University.
That's
Um,
so.
the, the thing about these is they have a nice thick wall, but they also have a layer of skin on them. See that waxy? Okay.
Yep.
So what I've got to do is I've got to blister these. Now, when they say roasted green chili, that's what they mean. I mean, you're not actually roasting the thing. So you're putting it on here.
With a little gap in between usually.
I the main one that they have is a wire barrel cage type of thing with the propane burning, and so you're turning it so that they don't get
All burnt.
So what I'm doing here is simulating that. I have a pair of tongs, I have a barbecue grill, and I'll come through almost like a rotisserie, and I'll flip, flip, flip. See, they're starting to blacken up just a little bit. The red ones aren't as good. I like to get them when they're just blushing. That's a perfect one. Maybe even a little too red, because as they redden, the wall thins. So there's not as much meat. That's when you let it dry and grind it into chili powder. So you go to New Mexico, they'll ask you red or green. Well, red is dried on a ristra, hanging off somebody's patio, and the green is picked fresh like this and roasted, peeled, and then what you have left, the meat, is you don't even have to blend it. I mean, I used to blend it, but now I just shove it into a gallon-sized freezer bag, which has been peeled, and stick it in the freezer.
We have a few of those, don't we?
Then I pull it out of the freezer and it's flat, and I'll break a corner off. We always have it. And I'll break a corner off or a chunk off, and that's what goes on my eggs or whatever we're doing. So the thing is to not to let them burn too much. You really just want them to start blistering. Now, the neat thing is after they blister, I'll pull them off of here, and a little trick is to put it in the first gallon freezer bag and set it on the counter for 10-15 minutes. As it sits on the counter, it sweats. 10 minutes later, 15 minutes later, you pull it out of that plastic bag and it'll peel. Oh, so sweet. It's there's nothing to it. If you don't do that step, you're gonna be peeling green chilies over the sink forever. You stick it in a plastic bag to sweat for 10-15 minutes after you roast them, after you get them blistering, and they're just, it works flawless.
Peel them right off.
Yep, peels them right off. Now, the interesting thing is, jalapenos don't have this type of skin. It's like, you'll notice if you don't peel these, you'll get skin in your teeth. It's kind of tough. When you do the jalapenos, you don't have that problem. We eat jalapenos all the time fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Once they started roasting and peeling and chopping up the jalapenos, that's what they call I'm drawing a blank here. It was just
I
on the
want to
tip
say
of my
chili
tongue.
sauce or something, but I know it's
No,
not.
it's
Salsa?
it's I'm thinking it's Jalisco. It's not Jalisco. It's Chipotle. Jeez. So Chipotle is jalapenos done green chili style. Okay. But normally these reds, you would just let the reds dry completely, hang them on a ristra on the patio, and let them dry out naturally. Then you take those, you grind it in a mortar and pestle, and that's your red chili sauce or red chili powder. When you want to make a sauce, you just reconstitute it with water. maybe a little dab of oil, olive oil, water, or something else. But green chilies are fresh. They're like this. They're just roasted and peeled. There you go. See, starting to blister.
Yep.
Okay, so as they start to blister, and they can get blackened, that's fine.
And a little bit drippy too.
Yeah. Yep. And I'll just keep turning them, kind of like a rotisserie. And I do this for a bit. Sometimes I'll close the lid, let that heat get around on there and get on the top, get it all filled in. Just whatever I'm doing to make it blister a little bit more, and that's your roasted green chili, is really blistered green chili. So when you guys hear hatch, hatch includes, hatch is just a location, and the myth there is that you can't grow hatch green chili anywhere else. You can take the seeds and go plant them wherever you want in the world, but they won't be the same because something about the magical soil makes it amazing. So this is a marketing scheme from the state of New Mexico. You can go buy multiple varieties. I mean, Anaheim is a New Mexico chili. There's Big Jim's is one of the favorites. These are Spitfires, and I get them from Johnny Seeds. I actually get deluxe seeds, grow them. They're longer. There's more meat to them, which we call thickness. And you guys can all grow green chili right at home, roast it yourself, or hang it from a Riestra if you want to do red. This right here will look what we call Christmas. It'll be a little red and a little green in a bag.
What's the difference between the types of peppers and jalapenos and stuff?
Well, there's 3 types of pepper. These are capsicum annuum. So if you look, all of your common chili peppers are capsicum annuum. So the varieties are scientifically the same. There you go. See, that one's peeling good. And that meat in there is what you're going for.
The yellow.
Yep. So your super spices, like your scorpion and your ghost pepper, and those are capsicum chinensis. Not the same, but you can crossbreed them, and they crossbreed really easy. They're so fertile, so as long as I keep these flowers by themselves, I can reuse the seeds next year, and I'll get something close. But if you plant them too close together, like my jalapenos are right next to my
Where are your
green
jalapenos
chilies.
at?
My jalapeno plants are right next to the green chilies. So if I were to reuse these seeds, I'd get some mix between the two, even though both of those are capsicum annuum. So what you're talking about is varieties, and there's a bunch of different varieties. The neat thing in New Mexico, they think that their green chili tradition is hundreds of years old. It's really from the 1950s and 60s from their college. Their college said, we have to grow something here. What grows here? Chili. All right. They said chili and corn. Well, you're not going to beat Ohio in those places for corn.
It's all Ohio's got.
But they did do a bang up job on their chilies, and so they actually eliminated the shoulder of the chili,
Which would usually be where?
right where the stem hits. You know, like on a green pepper, how there's a big shoulder before it comes down?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's for stuffing. But if you want to can them, you don't want a big shoulder. So they actually bred the shoulder out of these in order to can more. Of course, that was before the people came up with this method of doing it.
And smoking
But,
them.
see, they're starting to peel good. I'll move these back ones.
That one's all raisined up back there.
Yep, I'll move them to the front. I'll take some of these that aren't doing it. I'll move them to the back. Like I said, it's just a rotation. I'm just trying to get them, to char and peel. See, that looks perfect. That's a perfect one right there. And that's it. Just grilling them up, getting them to blister and peel. And then I'll take them inside and I'll let them sweat for, 10-15 minutes in a gallon freezer bag, and then I'll peel them over the sink with the water on. You can rinse them and wash them all you want when you're doing that part. And then after I've peeled them, I'll shove them in another gallon freezer bag and smash them flat, and shove them in the freezer, and I'll be able to eat them from that point on. But that's all there is to it. You pick them and you roast them for a little bit.
What's your favorite way to cook and eat these?
Probably like this. I've got poblanos over there to do the stuffing if I'm going to do like rayanos or anything like that.
Any other fancy stuff?
Yeah. And I don't like red chilies are probably, doing reds are easy. You just, like I said, you dry them, hang them from a reester is just like a loop on string that you've tied them to the string in a loop.
Almost like a wreath?
Yeah, like a wreath. And then you just grab the knot and hang it by the knot so it looks like those ones that you see decoratively hanging on people's patio. Most of those are actually real. So you go pick however many you need, you throw them in the mortar and pestle, you grind it up. But when I say they're easy, that's because you can just dry some, grind them all up, and stick them in an old seasoning jar. You know, and
It's functionally the same thing.
Or you know, at the pizza place they have those shakers that has the red pepper flakes.
Yep.
That's what it's going to look like. It's the same thing that it is. So there you go, folks. I'll show you the results of the peeling it. That'll be a second video. Y'all have care. Love you guys.